Dylan. He's so close.
Hello? Can you hear me? Jesse? Are you there, Jesse?
Emily? He's gone. Dylan isn't here. He might be nearby. Or maybe the hiss got to him. I don't know.
Jesse, listen. Dylan's here. With us. He just walked in. He says he is giving himself up. He's been affected by the hiss, but he is different than the others. We must isolate him.
I'm on my way. We need to get back. I have to see my brother.
Dylan Faden daily observations. 9:30 a.m. Breakfast is good. 11:45, 54 a.m. Gets out of bed, uses toilet, returns to bed. 11:57 a.m. Asks for television to be turned on. Staff do so. 12 p.m. Lunch is brought. Breakfast is removed. 12:02 p.m. Eats lunch. 2:38 p.m. Uses toilet. 4:03 p.m. Begins talking to self. Recorded speech is not possible due to noise from television. 4:07 p.m. Becomes upset. Throws lunch tray at class. For 9 p.m. sedated. Crew cleaned the cell. Television is turned off. 6:12 p.m. Comes to ask for television to be turned on. Staff refuse. 6:16 sleeps. Television privileges were refused due to hostile behavior.
All right, I won't take up too much of your time today, Dylan. Like I said, I want to talk about Jessie, your sister.
What about her?
I just want to get your perspective. What do you think of her? What kind of person is she? That sort of thing.
I adored my sister. When I was little, I mean, back in ordinary.
And you don't anymore?
When I first got here, sure. I'd always hoped she'd come too. Find me, to take me home. We went everywhere together. Why should this be any different? Casper said she could come too, to the Bureau, if she wanted to. But she never did.
Why do you think that is?
Because she didn't care about me. She always wanted to be out on her own, seeing the world. She always said so. I guess she got what she wanted.
Great. So she wanted to see the world. Did she ever mention any place in particular?
Why?
We like to ask questions around here, you know that. Any particular cities, towns, landmarks, anything like that?
I don't remember.
What about family and friends? Were you close with anyone living outside of Ordinary?
I'm done with this. Tell Casper I want pizza for lunch today.
Dylan, wait. We're not... End of session.
Oh my god, did she have to write everything in her made-up gibberish code? Fucking Marshall with her CIA spy shit, god.
I found this token. Any idea what it does?
Ah, that is a jukebox token. Little bastards turn up in the weirdest places, like bad pennies. The Rangers use them to activate an old object of power.
A jukebox, I assume. Does it have any good songs?
Nope, just the one record. Hey, be careful turning it on, though. When it's playing, you get a free trip to the Formation.
The Formation? That sounds ominous. Why does it send you there?
The Bureau has been wondering that for years. I mean, it's just a pile of rocks built by God knows who, but... Well, researchers have confirmed it's in the same threshold as the Quarry, but no one's ever been able to map a physical route to the Formation for maintenance.
So it's in the Quarry. You just don't know where.
Pretty much. We only send in annual expeditions to the Formation now. Checkups, Salvador calls them. This year's team went in the day the Hiss arrived. Come to think of it, the song should have brought them back hours ago.
I can go in and take a look.
I'd appreciate that. The jukebox is kept just past the security booth over there. Just put in the token and enjoy the ride.
What's the deal with BlackRock?
Oh, fuck. Don't get me started on BlackRock. You know, ever since research found out that it blocks paranatural stuff, they have just been parading dangerous materials in and out of the fucking quarry. Fucking lab coats, man. Love making my job harder.
Sounds like there's some tension between departments.
Still, at least the quarry's got a good view of the night sky. You know, me and Salvador used to have after-work beers down there.
What do you know about Dr. Darling?
About as much as anybody, I guess. Head of research, loves to hear himself talk. All of those science types absolutely do. He's been acting a little bit psycho recently. Although HR told me not to use that word, so...
Everyone thinks finding Darling will lead us to the answers. But if he's completely lost it, then what help could he be?
You're security, right? Do you work with Rangers?
Not often. Rangers are specially trained in threshold reconnaissance and ground zero AWE response. Security is more interested in the dangers inside the Bureau.
They must see some weird stuff out there.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, every week they are tackling things that were previously unknown to the human experience. Most Rangers, they retire due to cognitive collapse. I looked up the medical definition. Not fun.
How does the Bureau handle thresholds?
Handle might be a bit of an optimistic way to put it. Marshall sends her Rangers in to map them, check growth rates, locate epicenters, take samples, measure stuff, basically.
Sounds like he's done his homework.
Now, down in maintenance, thresholds are used just like any other tool. Lab coats mine BlackRock from one, maintenance siphons water from another. We use it for pretty much everything, except drinking.
Why don't you drink it?
Do I even want to know?
Yeah, a lot of time we find these little chunks in it. It's pretty gross.
I didn't want to know.
What do you think of Marshall?
Marshall? Marshall's a fucking badass. Rangers could not ask for a better leader. She's a little, you know, intense, but given the stuff she's seen, I'm not surprised. She does have a bad habit of disappearing, though.
Where does she go?
Last time she vanished, I did some digging into the security logs. I found camera footage of her entering the quarry. She was down there alone for days. Now, typically that's not allowed, but Marshall is kind of above the rules.
I wonder what she finds so interesting in the quarry.
I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know. I don't think I ever told you this, but I was actually on the path to being a Ranger once. Did the whole boot camp thing. Even got rookie status. Anyway, not the point. My own Ranger squad was a great bunch. There was 6 plus me. Remus, Hazard, Cho, Guy, Hepton, Stoll, and Thompson. They were supposed to get back from an expedition yesterday. We had beers and wings planned. Problem is, they weren't here when Darling handed out the HRAs.
Then they had nothing protecting them from the hiss.
You see, they prepped for the worst, but I think that we're already past that. We all wore these pouches around our neck, and I really don't want the hiss to get him. Could you find him for me? The squad would have come back through maintenance, but they probably spread out from there.
I'll keep an eye out for them, Arish.
And I won't let them stay hiss.
I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know. Don't get sloppy
She
out
didn't
there.
give me any orders before she left. Guess I'll just keep managing.
Good luck out there.
This is Lynn Salvador, head of Bureau Security. I'm making a formal security order due to the incident in April, case number 21HQ593. Improper use of the jukebox altered item led to 2 fatalities. We believe a pair of agents used the jukebox to travel to the quarry threshold and engage in inappropriate workplace behavior. An expedition team found them decomposing at the formation's base a week later. At least we found out the jukebox doesn't bring corpses back when the song ends. I'm having the jukebox placed in a secure location in the executive sector. It should never have been accessible to low clearance staff in the first place. The new location security and proximity to a high-traffic area will prevent misuse, while still allowing for expedition teams to access it when required. See me for any further details.
Best of luck.
Lots of interesting data off that subject the Rangers brought in.
I heard that he voluntarily entered captivity. That's what Pope said anyway.
She doesn't know what she's talking about. You guys aren't that self-aware.
Did you hear that the Hiss prisoner they captured is the director's brother?
Brother? And she brought him here? She's gonna get us all killed.
What if she's working with the Hiss? Isn't it strange she showed up just when he did?
What's the word, Faden?
Hello?
The American Overnight Program. Summary. The American Overnight Program has operated successfully over years. Originally designed to assist in providing disinformation to the naturally skeptical population of America, it has additionally led to the discovery of numerous AWEs and altered materials by allowing civilians to call in and report their experience with the supernatural. In fact, the American Overnight alerted the Bureau of, and in its first years of operation alone. In this report, the investigation sector have cataloged and categorized each episode of American Overnight that has resulted in a successful Bureau investigation in order to help AWE occurrence and analysis. The more results of Night Springs have also been cataloged in each separate report. Refer to file for full report.
Emitted from the HRAs is purely antithetical to every variant of the Hiss signaling array.
Analysis of Hiss threat part IV, confidential. To examine the invasion timelines of events for possible patterns in Hiss behavior. Establishing a timeline is difficult at present because of lack of reliable communications within Bureau sectors and staff. Preliminary models indicate ground zero of the invasion is located within the executive sector. Once it becomes possible to interview surviving personnel, pinpointing the exact location should be feasible. Other outstanding questions that a timeline may help answer. How did a hiss get past the internal lockdown? How does hiss resonate advance through space, deliberately or uniformly? What is your ultimate goal, the outside world, a cross-dimensional destination? Refer to it for full report.
But how did Darling create it?
Researchers are set to then transcribe the recursive chant repeated by the hiss entities. In the interest of safety, this was done with the non-aggressive floating hiss entities. However, no distinction between this repeating phrase and the one repeated by the more violent hiss entities has been observed. What is the purpose of this repeating string of words? Is this how the hiss corrupts individuals? Does the chant produce a physical effect? Is it a message, an indication? We were able to record a first-hand citation of the chanting. See the corresponding audio record. If we understand the hiss to be a force based on vibration and resonance, then perhaps this indication, which is now the agreed upon term, their vocalizations, is an effort to express their resonances in human vocal cord and speech. Would there be differences in the intonation when reciting a different language? The most common word is want. Interestingly, every usage of word is attributed to a you. You want to listen. You want this to be true. You must want these waves to drag you away. And read a you the hiss referring to? Does the hiss humanity, possibly all non-hiss life, wants to join it? To be consumed by it? Is that the goal? The second most used words are through and time. Is this possibly the hiss stating how they arrived here, or an indication of its age? There is clear intention in the word. Dismissing the incantation as nonsense, as some of my colleagues recommended, is beyond idiotic. Refer to the full report.
It's happening. After all these years, Dylan is here. But am I too late?
How is he? I need to know.
He's clearly been affected by the hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation. I need to run tests. He seems more in control, more present.
I want to see him.
My brother? Or is he?
Of course. Now, Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful. Jesse, when you were down in research, did you run into a Dr. Rhea Underhill?
I didn't. Who is she?
She is a colleague of mine. A researcher studying a kind of extra-dimensional mold growing below research.
Well, I don't like the sound of that.
No one does. Look, I haven't heard from Rhea since the hiss arrived. Would you mind having a look around for her next time you're in research?
Of course.
Thanks, Jesse. Now, what's on your mind?
I visited the quarry. What's the plan for all that Blackrock?
The Bureau has used Blackrock almost exclusively for containment purposes. See, I say, branch out. Instead of boxes, helmets. Instead of blast shields, knives.
Knives?
Yes, knives! So many combat applications. Slicing, stabbing, gouging. Sorry. I've been trying to get Darling to explore combat applications for years. I got a little excited.
Wow. I did not expect that from her. This place is looking good. Arish is making real progress around here.
Right? This place is a fortress. And with him taking care of operations here, I can spend more time analyzing the hiss. I've been attempting to isolate and neutralize the hiss resonance in blood samples, but no luck so far.
So you can't reverse it?
Not yet, but perhaps reversing it is too simple. See, if hiss resonance can rewrite human genetics, then perhaps it's a question of rewriting the hiss resonance. In theory, that could pave the way for custom human genetic alteration.
I wonder how often the phrase mad scientist is used around here. How is HRA production coming along?
Better than expected. We've already made enough to get people out of a couple safe rooms. They're here, alive, thanks to you. And we never would have lasted this long if you hadn't walked in those doors.
You deserve thanks too, of course. We got this place up and running together, Emily. I should be going. Enjoy your data.
Oh, I will.
They're endangering us by bringing the hiss in. If Trench was still around, we'd stop this.
Trench was part of the same shadowy group responsible for every disaster we've ever seen.
Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror, the inverted is made right. You are a worm through time. The thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror, the inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the way. You've always been a new you. You want this to be true. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time, the thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror, the inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the way. You've always been a new you. You are a worm through time.
Shit.
The thunder's home distorts you.
That's Dylan.
Comes, white pearls,
Can you
but
hear
yellow
me?
and red in the eye.
Oh, come on, Dylan. I'm here. I found you.
Through the surface into the way. You've always been a new you. You want this to be true.
Do you know who I am? Oh, you know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person. Always a good sign. Do you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The hiss made me better. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can you
to
stop
be
that?
true.
Please. Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good. Don't you want to say them too?
No. Fuck off, no. You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You came in through the hole in you. We let you in. You've always been here. The only truth. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Stop it!
Orange peel.
Shit. Shit. He can see you. This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small. In Ordinary. In the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. But she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years. After the song time for applause, we build you till nothing remains. The air cracks and the truth will emerge out of you. You are home.
The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found... They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
An earworm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, 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 yeah. Just plastic. So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny.
I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free. Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet.
You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Your regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jessie. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into.
Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself.
I'll go. But only to look for the slide projector. You can help me. We can end this.
You are a worm through time. You are a worm through time. The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes. White burns, but yellow and red in the eye.
I don't know what else I'm hoping to find here.
Dylan. Can we talk?
I'd like to tell you about a dream I had last night.
Off to a good start.
Okay. I'm listening.
I was back in Ordinary, before all of this happened. But in the dream, I was alone. It was just me. I was the only child. A girl. My name was Jesse Dylan Faden. But then the Bureau came and caught me, brought me back here, locked me up. Have you ever noticed that our names, Jesse, Dylan, they could be girls' names, boys' names, could be anything. Don't you find that weird? I find that weird.
Sure.
What the hell was that? Is he trying to mess with me?
You are a worm through time. The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness.
Maybe Dylan's still in there. Maybe there's a way to reach him.
I'd like to talk to my brother, please. Dylan?
Dylan would like to tell you about a dream he had just now.
This again?
I was going to be the new director of this place. I helped you get a job here, so that we could be together. You were an office assistant. You'd make coffee and deliver the mail, and there was always plenty of work to do. And it stayed that way, forever and ever. It was nice. Really nice.
That's debatable.
But here's the strange thing. The dream shifted, and none of it was real anymore. It was a game. We were in a game, and it was a fucking boring game. But you couldn't stop playing. And then it shifted again. Or maybe it was another dream already. Or maybe I'm just confusing them. But in this other dream, it was more like a musical. This is an ordinary song about an ordinary girl from an ordinary town. It's the ordinary story. She worked an ordinary job in an ordinary office. Something. And that's all I can remember of that dream.
Maybe that's for the best.
You are a worm through time.
Maybe I can learn more about the hiss from him.
Can we talk?
I just had an interesting dream.
Shit.
That's fascinating, but let's talk about the hiss for a change, yeah?
This dream was about the hiss.
Best I'm gonna get.
In my dream, the hiss had broken free of this prison, this house. I'd set it free. And the president himself was there to welcome us. He was the first one to take the hiss in. Spread the word. At first, many people thought it was horrifying. That he was horrifying. But also, many people who heard his words wanted to welcome the hiss in. And slowly, more and more of them came around until the whole world was brought together by the hiss. It was wonderful.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that.
For the record, that will never happen. Not as long as I'm alive.
The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes.
Maybe I'm just here to punish myself.
Any new dreams you'd like to share, Dylan?
I'm glad you asked, sister. This dream, like all dreams now, felt very real. Like reality. And reality now feels like a dream. Maybe it's all a dream. Maybe it's all real.
Dream where my brother endlessly tells me about his dreams.
I was in a dark place, and there was a dark man there. His name was Mr. Door, and he told me that there are many worlds, side by side, on top of each other, some inside of others. In one world, there was a writer who wrote a story about a cop. In another world, the cop was real. Door said he himself was in all of them at the same time, endlessly shifting between them. I asked him how I could reach these worlds. I wanted to bring the hiss there. But he didn't want to help me. He didn't like the idea. What did he know?
I'm not wild about the idea myself.
Through time, the thunderstorm distorts.
Here we go again. Once more with feeling.
Let me guess. You want to tell me about your dream?
Yes. In fact, I'm having a dream right now.
Oh. That's new.
In this dream, I'm standing in the corner watching Jesse and Dylan talk about this very dream. This very dream! He said just now. And repeated it again now. I'm standing there and watching, and that's all I can do. It's as if I'm trapped there. And that's all I have to say about that dream.
Okay, Dylan. That's good.
Is he still in there? Or is this the Hiss playing mind games? I don't know.
The inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the way. You've always been near you. You've always been control. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. This happens more and more now. I wish you were your time.
Why haven't we dissected that freaking intrusion we locked up? So much for
Victorian Mirror. She was admitted to a mental ward for emotional instability soon after relocating to Illinois with her family in 1914. The item only appears on record again in 2006 when the Bureau investigated a sudden rise in disappearances in Illinois. Agents found an item hanging in the local library. They contained it quickly, through the missing people of the town were never recovered. August 18, 1915. We certified that the case of Miss has shown her to be a lunatic under the reasons of hysteria, bad company, and imaginary female trouble. Her fixation with the family looking glass. Looking glass is noteworthy, though not an uncommon matter, and when considering the female disposition. Ms. Curie is a fit subject for the lunatic asylum and will remain in its confines until her affliction has passed. Signed, Doctor.
To find new prime candidates, the Bureau needs a director. Our future. P6 and P7.
Is this what Dylan wanted me to see? It doesn't matter. We need to find that projector. All the times I felt paranoid, I was right. The Bureau could have given me the answers, but they just stood by and watched me.
Jesse Phelan, P7. Eastward movement, cause for concern. Departs Cheyenne, Wyoming. Arrives in Sydney. Annie. Departs Sydney, Annie. Arrives in Desmoza, IA. Departs Desmoza, IA. Arrives in Chicago, Illinois. Departs Chicago, Illinois. Arrives in South Bend, IN. Departs South Bend, IN. Arrives in Cleveland, Ohio. Departs Cleveland, Ohio. Arrives in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Departs Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Arrives in New York City. Bright Falls AWE 35 Event Summary. An unconfirmed threshold manifestation at Cauldron Lake, Washington, resulted in a fictional story written by author Alan Wake, creating AWE in which reality was altered to match that of the story, though only locally and for a limited time. Events response. Mr. Kirkland, head of investigation, was later on September 13, 2010 by Expro agent Frank Breaker that an AWE event was taking place in Bright Falls, Washington. Referred to events investigated in 1970, 76, 78. Breaker had received a call from Barry Wheeler, Alan's Liberty agent, on behalf of Breaker's daughter, Sarah, who is currently sheriff of Bright Falls. A real field team arrived at site 2 days later, only to confirm that the event was over. Interviews were conducted. Referred to 1970, Thomas Zane, 76, 78, Odin Anderson, Tor Anderson. Alan Wake was believed to instigator. Eyewitness reports highlight that an old switch, possible object of power, that missing. Wake was not found at the scene. Reports claim he dived in the lake, but nobody was recovered in a search.
Stepping to the FBC, there's lots to do, there's lots to read, but don't touch and don't scream much. Let's join the Threshold Kids. Let's join the Threshold Kids.
I can see you're upset, Meg. Why don't you tell Uncle Mr. Bones what's wrong?
I did bad on my clairvoyance test.
You can't ace every test, Meg. You see, everyone has different brains. Some brains can talk to each other. We call this ESP.
ESP?
Some brains can lift objects, like a baseball. Talk about a fly ball, eh, Meg? No interruptions! So who cares if you fail your clairvoyance test? Maybe your brain can throw baseballs, or talk to dead people, or make friends blind. Once we know what your brains can do, we'll know what job to give you. And if your brains are just right, you'll get to sit in the big chair.
What if I don't want the big chair?
What if I don't want the big chair? Everyone wants the big chair, Meg! That's why we're all here. Use those brains to listen for once. Or the only chair you'll get in is the one with straps.
wish things had gone differently in Ordinary for us. But wishing won't change things. Finding a projector will.
So much coming together.
Case 45 HQ 121. Case summary. Agent killed during involving codename P6. Autopsy findings, blunt force injuries of the head and neck. Excessive trauma of the abdominal region. Lacerations and contusions in upper and lower torso. Fracture of the spinal cord between L1 and L2 vertebrae. Avulsion fracture of the 3rd through 10th ribs, left and right. Blunt force injuries of the extremities. Abrasion, lacerations, and contusions of the extremities. Dislocation of left and right elbow, dislocation of left and right knee. Conclusion. After examination, it was determined that the cause of death was internal bleeding that occurred when was contorted through his.
In this one case, a new object of power, something we have not seen before. I mean, coming from me, that's saying something. And the boy, Dylan Faden, prime candidate 6, and the sister as well. Once we catch up with her, but the boy, so much potential. We're talking Northmore level readings here, and I don't want to invoke his name. It's completely different circumstances here. It's remarkable. There was an incident. Yes. We lost a valuable member of our team, yes. Excessive force. Dylan has so much. But he's just a kid. I'll take the blame. He needs some slack. I mean, boys will be boys. He's exceptional and under a lot of stress. Roberts got killed. It's an unfortunate accident, that's all. Marshall needs to realize this. We will make this work. We'll make this work.
Transcript conversation, the subject Dylan Faden, interviewed Dr. Darling. Subject was alone during this outburst. You again. I thought I told you to leave me alone. Why are you showing me this? I can't do anything. Can't you see where I am? Why don't you help me get the heck out of here? You always show me things I can't do anything about. Stop showing me her. I don't care anymore, and I don't care about you. You both let me here rot. Screw you, you bastard. I would dig out my own brains if it means getting rid of you. I don't want you here. Get the heck message. Such repeated the phrase, freak off, numerous times before being sedated at 1753.
We used to play there all the time. Me and Dylan, and other kids as well. We loved it. This time, I remember, was different. We found a way in, deeper into it, like
it had shifted. We went inside, and that's where we found the slide projector.
A dump is a place for lost things. Things that have been thrown away. Did you ever feel that way when you were growing up, Jesse?
What? No. Yes, but that has nothing to do with...
Was there a slide projector at your home when you were small?
No.
Those were before your time, I suppose. But your family did look at photos together, maybe. In one form or the other?
Maybe.
When was this? Can you remember? At parties? Barbecues? How did it make you feel? Did your parents ever show pictures that embarrassed you? Was alcohol ever involved at these parties? Did your parents drink? Did that make you uncomfortable?
No, that's just stupid. Come on. That has nothing to do with this. Nothing.
The slide projector, let me ask you this. As a child, did you ever fantasize about worlds inside pictures? Inside a painting? You know, stepping into a painting, into a hidden world, escaping and finding adventure there, away from your parents.
I don't think so. I don't remember. Maybe. I don't know.
They studied what happened in Ordinary here. That's the place to start looking.
I see your creepy teeth delivery and raise you a dead dog. Yeah, like a straight up deceased dog. Had a collar on it and everything. It's been rotting in that box since they packed it up. Go ahead and imagine how that smelled. So don't go whining to me. I wish I got to watch a parade of human teeth. Shipping manifest. Willow AWE. Inventory list of current materials. A hollow spear. Stone-like material. Vitrified soil. Pieces of various sizes and colors. Animal carcass. Possibly canine. Rusted metal bucket. Leather wallet. Aged shotgun cartridge. All materials to go to investigation sector for further analysis.
Dylan and I were both prime candidates. Experiments. We're going back home. Of course we are. It started there, and it's never gone away. There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks. Maybe there's a control panel nearby. There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks. Maybe there's a control panel nearby.
Guess who just had to inspect an inbound delivery of like 100 teensy tiny little boxes? Me, that's who. And you know what was inside each one? A single human tooth. Disgusting. Airplane wreckage. The airplane in question has been brought in from a private airfield located in the town of Cincinnati. It is suspected to be connected to the AWE and is being evaluated for altered status. The plane is currently being stored in a transit corridor in the containment sector, brought there through the New York subway tunnel. Special access, information on this tunnel, and links to urban legends centered on ghost stations, abandoned tracks, and see file 412-4521. The plane's black box is currently being evaluated for, and initial readings have been taken by a research team, though no altered status has yet been detected. The first slide was a room with dirty wallpaper and dolls on a shelf. There were lots of dolls. DF. The house was empty. No one lived there. We played in there a lot. It was our secret playhouse. JF. I went to school with Neil. Some kids call him Nosebleed Neil. No, likely Neil Hosenberg missing. It was mean. He had asthma. Tom. No, likely Tom Barrow missing. In his game. Freddy. No, likely Frederick Barrow missing. Hugo. No. No one by his name was found in public records. Bullied him. We brought Neil to a dump to play. TF Henry. Unconfirmed exists an additional side designated house.
You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years, shining a light in the shadows. Thanks for staying with us. Here's our first caller.
Hi. What I'm about to tell you, if they found out, I don't know what would happen.
If who found out, brother?
The men in the suits. They told me it was an industrial accident. But this is something else. Something nobody talks about. Ordinary.
This certainly doesn't sound very ordinary, caller.
No, not ordinary. Ordinary. It's a town. And it wasn't an industrial accident. I mean, that's what they said. But that's bullshit.
Whoa, please watch the language, caller. It may be 2 a.m., but we're still a family show.
I'm sorry. It's just my brother was there. They said the town was destroyed, but it wasn't. I went there. The people are gone, but the town's there. It's still there.
So the population of an entire town disappears, yet the town remains. Tell me, was the phrase, "there is no salvation," written anywhere?
I'm not sure.
The same thing happened in Brazil in 23, a village called Fort Verde. More than 600 people just up and left. The government said they were fleeing guerrilla forces, but we know the truth. A mass abduction. As predicted by my regular guest, Dr. Quincy Reagan.
Abduction? You mean aliens? That's bullshit! I know they're lying!
Now I warned you about the language, caller. I'm afraid we're gonna have to cut you off. And good timing, too. It's time for a short break. Hang in there. America Overnight will be right back.
Ordinary, AWE 24. An AWE occurred in the town of Ordinary, caused by object of power, a slide projector, discovered by local children at a dump outside town. When a specific set of slides were used in a projector, the projected images opened doorways to other dimensions. Multiple slides were used by the children, resulting in the disappearance of the town's adult population. In response, on August 30th, 2002, siblings Dylan Faden, 10 years old, and Jesse Faden, 11 years old, were playing at the local dump when they found a discarded slide projector. See Op 15, Darling representations for details. A team led by Director Trench and Doug Darling arrived at the site on September 14th. The AWE has ended, but the team found the Faden children, who led them to the slide projector and the slides, which had been burned with the expectation of one. Jesse escaped when agents attempted to detain the pair. In total, 17 surviving individuals were found in town. All of them were brought in for questioning and tests. See interviews and prime candidate for gun files.
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world, in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it. We create these archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends, but we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. But we haven't found a method to control the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us, in our dreams, in the conceptual reality with power, with our minds. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct, a reflection, a projection? We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions, or die trying.
Witness testimonies. Jesse and me followed the Dun Monkeys to the cave. There were a lot of them. More of the kids from the town had joined up. It was really scary. Jesse grabbed the projector, and we ran as fast as we could. They chased us. I fell and hurt my knee. Jesse tried to help me, but the Dun Monkeys were coming. They were just about to get us, but then Neil showed up. Neil looked like a dog, like a melted dog, but I knew it was him. Neil said a lot of times he didn't like being a boy because Tom just beat him up. I think he liked being a dog. DF, interview 2002. The projector wouldn't turn off, so we changed the slide to the hand. I heard her immediately. She promised to help. JF, therapy session 2010. Jesse said we should call her Polaris. It's because she was doing stars at school. DF, interview 2002. Additional slide designation hand is verified and in brewer possession. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity designation dog Neil.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden, formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carla Vaughn.
The questions asked here correspond to the 5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Dylan? Let's begin then. In a single word, describe the world around you.
Where's Casper?
Dr. Darling is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't want to come, did he? He never visits, not since Roberts. Tell Darling it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but I can now. I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
A prison. A cold, empty prison. Not even a poster on the wall.
What is the next number in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
18.
What day is it today?
How the hell would I know? It's not like you give me a calendar.
You find a rabbit in the woods. It is breathing, but not moving. You cannot see any blood. What do you do?
Leave it.
Expand on that.
It doesn't matter. The rabbit's not real. None of it's real.
What day is it today?
Do you enjoy asking people questions that can't be answered? Is this what gets you up in the morning? What you dreamed of doing as a scared, stupid little girl?
Can you describe a dog to me?
In Ordinary, we had a friend. Nosebleed Neil. And when it all went crazy, you know what I mean. Nosebleed Neil turned into a dog. Or something like a dog.
What day is it tomorrow?
Fuck off! I don't know! There is no calendar! How can I fucking know?
Dylan, calm down.
Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck Casper! Hey! Are you watching this, you old fuck? Did you send your bitch because you're too scared of me? Where is Casper?
Security, get a team in here. I need...
After what happened at school to Miss Chester, we started spying on Tom and saw where they took the projector. Tom and his troglodytes were using the Sled Hill Cave as their headquarters. That's where the projector was. They've been using a temple slide, we call it that, but really it was a broken concrete thing, like a warehouse or a bomb shelter or something. Very dark. The non-mother lived there with her baby's children, I don't know. She was feeding Tom and the others her milk. They were changing into little monsters. We call them dun monkeys. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide, destination temple. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity, designated not mother. The second slide we called the meadow, but it was really just an empty lot with a bunch of reeds. There was a shack and a phone line. It smelled like flowers there. It was powerful, intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. We must have been because of the smell. I didn't like it. Didn't like losing control. In the dreams, everything was melting, and then when we come out, everything had melted around the projector. Neil was really into it. We found out he's been coming there more and more on his own. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil and found the projector. He and his goons took it. We thought Neil had got lost inside the meadow when Tom changed the slide, but that's not what happened. Unconfirmed exists an additional slide designated meadow.
See what they have on Ordinary. It's all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump. The slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it? They say when you visit your childhood home, everything feels small. Like a miniature, not real. They got that right.
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane.
What? I don't...
No matter. It suits you very well. The poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself?
I didn't.
No matter. You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this... I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and your parents are dead.
No. No. Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it.
You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris. She's come back. After a long time, she's calling me. In a dream I saw, she showed me things.
Jesse.
It felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary.
The industrial accident in your hometown? That you believe Polaris caused?
No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jesse...
No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly, but they took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen.
Jesse, you know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.
Ordinary AWE-24. Details are largely based on interviews conducted with Dylan Faden. If relevant. So, as well as circumcised evidence on an ordinary site. Note that accounts provided by all three sources containing conflicting data. Example, DF claims there were 8 slides for the projector. The Bureau found 1 intact slide, and the burnt remains of 6 others. Unfortunately, these slides were too badly damaged to be used in a projector. Jesse Faden is believed to be the individual responsible for burning the slides. Dr. Darling has ordered that the entirety of the ordinary town dump be brought to the Bureau for examination and analysis, with the hope of finding additional slides or other alternative materials. Due to the limited space in the investigations sector, this AWE will be investigated in the containment sector.
Moved the whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable.
Notice, by order of Dr. Darling, all work in the ordinary dump is to stop effective immediately. Resources will be allocated to the department. Details will be forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove all personal effects before that time. Any photographic slides, the type using slide projectors found in the area should be delivered to Dr. Darling immediately. Wolf Globe, AI 72 PE. Background: the item was found in a penthouse suite at Toronto, belonged to David Wolf, who is being investigated for illegally dealing in altered materials. Bureau agents raided his penthouse and found numerous pure natural belongings, including and this item. Mr. Wolf was arrested. So why would a 36-year-old Bay Street investment trader, a filthy rich married model, disappear overnight? That's the question that kept Toronto High Society up at night this past week. Police says it's been looked into some nut job radio show the United States claims he just disappeared to join the Illuminati. But it's this reporter's opinion that Mr. Wolf, bored of his job, sick of his family, left it all behind to retire in some remote beach paradise. Now as he's sipping mice chais around the world think he's dead.
We should check that lab.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Darling took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
response. Next, a series of solutions will be applied, each with a different value on the pH scale.
Do you have a spare diamond?
What? No. Why?
I want to see where Blackrock prisons lie on the low scale of hardness.
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs. What are they for? Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the Hedron resonance anyway? Fuck. Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements. We're listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless. Kidding. I'm kidding. We're making more.
Objects of power and their astral connections. Dr. Dolly insisted that certain objects of power share a direct connection to the entity or group of entities that we have little information on, or little I'm allowed to access. In his written reports, he states that there is a clear link between these objects of power, the astral plane, and the oldest house itself. His work supposed that links are innate, in fact ingrained into every of objects, such as the hotline or service weapon. But what if these particular objects were never linked to but had the connection forced upon them? Isn't it strange that no other objects of power require such direct contact with the Isn't it strange that using a service weapon or the hotline will result in grievous harm or even death if the user is not the director or at least worthy of the role? Why do we assume this involvement might is a natural fact and not something more? For the 673-93-82 for full report. Dear Dr. Darling, I suspect my colleague Dr. Harrington has already contacted you asking for an increase in her department's budget. I'm not surprised. Parapsychology has always been the squeaky wheel, all fuss but no result. Parkinsology has always been a stronger department, more breakthroughs, more tangible data, more usable research. I'm sure Amanda is seeing campaignly see which department is more deserving of the budget increase. Just think what those additional resources could do for already formidable research team. Anyways, I know you're a fan of single malt, so I left a bottle of well-aged brown on your desk. Yours in admiration, Dr. Abraham Lewis. Residence, confidential. Residence, it's there, but we can't see it. It vibrates around us, through us, from us. But what if the vibration is conscious? What could a force like that do? Open the door to I've called to emits a force that is far beyond the forces we previously dealt with. It has shown me so much that I have to wonder, is resonance the key element in all altered phenomena? AWEs, altered items, objects of power. Do they share a common that we've yet to discover? We can harmonize control points. What else would the correct frequency allow us to achieve? What if resonance has been the answer this whole time? Refer to file for full report. The astral plane and objects of power. The Bureau has spent years studying why objects of power transfer using the astral plane with touch. My predecessor, Dr. Ash, theorized that a potential cell determined by general archetypes and the collective subconscious would be inhabited by supernatural energies when a WWE occurred in its vicinity, creating an altered item. Over time, a link was created by the astral plane to the item, making it an object of power. So many additional theories has been raised since Dr. Ash's time. Objects of power were placed on Earth as tests by some astral entity. Our dimension was once part of the astral plane, and the objects were left behind as its border receded. The astral plane was an early threshold in the oldest house, but the connection was severed, and now the two are linked solely through the objects of power. I will attend to the spirits entities in order to thin the herd. Hopefully the truth will emerge. Refer files 632, 6498 for full report.
Changing labyrinth. You never pass through. Dimensional research. Every measure of security.
Contact Janitor review.
We need to find Ati. his ranger buddies. I should find the others. No Ahti. Where is he?
Now this boy left, said the son of Annikki Tähti. My assistant will keep work in the glove and the house standing. Lomille lomps, holiday humps.
How can anyone even get out of here while the building's sealed? Let alone go on a holiday.
Ari, the furnace. Why aren't we allowed to burn outdated paperwork in it? Seems like a waste of a perfectly good fire. I'm just trying to save you a few bucks and a lot of sweat. Usually people in suits appreciate that, right? What is a furnace even heating? And who's in charge of it anyways? It's always lit, but I never see anyone tending to it. And the noise it makes, isn't it a little, I don't know, off? I mean, I can't be the only one who hears that weird wheezing or whatever it is. Someone should take a look at that thing. Might be time for a replacement.
The mold's gotten in here too? Alright. Good cleaning, she said.
tuista hyvä näkyvyys. Suomenlahden länsiosa on 5-12, ajoittain noin 14 metriä sekunnissa. Selkämeren eteläosa 6-10 metriä sekunnissa, jolla tuuli väliaikaisesti tyyntyy. Hyvä näkyvyys. Selkämeren pohjoisosa, merenkurkku ja perämeri suunnaltaan vaihtelevaa tuulta 3-6 metriä sekunnissa. Ja hyvä näkyvyys. Sää rannikkoasemilla tänään kello 11. Kotkalanta 16 astetta. Tyyntä. Näkyvyys yli 20 kilometriä. Kalboda Grund 15, selkeää yli 20. Helsinki Katajaluoto 18, Eteläkaakko 4. Jyvässään 17, Kaakko 3, melkein selkeää yli 20. Russarö 18, tyyntä, pilvistä, yli 20. Ristla 16, etelä 5, puolipilvistä, yli 20. Uttö 18, etelä 3, melkein selkeää, yli 20. Nyham 17, Kaakko 4, Märket 19, Kaakko-Etelä 4, melkein selkeä, yli 20. Rauma Kuuska-Jaskari 16, Lounas 5, selkeä, yli 20. Länsiluoto 20, Kaakko 2, puolipilvistä, yli 20. Poikipää 18, Luoden 4, Palassaaret 15, Etelä 6, Pietarsaari Missär 14, Etelä-Lounas 6, Ulkokalla 14, tyyntä, selkeää, yli 20. Aivosto, tuuli mitattu Marjaniemestä,
Albania. A response team was dispatched to a possible Italy in progress at Albania. At the scene, the team encountered retrieve AI-63. The Bureau had discovered numerous online message boards regarding loud noises coming from an abandoned shipping warehouse belonging to the corporation. Local law enforcement had discovered numerous bodies in various states of mutilation in the vicinity. This along with the noises were considered evidence of a werewolf due to the fact that they only occurred in the last 3 full moons. Field agent accompanied a squad of ranger trainees to the site as a form of field training. The likelihood of a general AWE was considered low. Despite this evaluation, the team encountered a highly volatile and altered item, which it successfully retrieved. X-ray light box. No unique procedures needed. The object is a lighthouse. Use examine X-ray images. The image cannot be removed from the light box. The information on the light image belongs to a patient named. The object allows prelation to force seize individuals. The seized individual becomes, to the user, its effect lasts. Once released is seized as a result of physical trauma. The object has no current binder. A janitor name was bound to the object at St. Anne Hospital Inn. Soon, the building's occupants were by him. They briefed the special emergency response team to the perpetrator and the item. Facility numbered in the for additional evidence see case 26 HQ 452. Upon arrival, the squad broke into the warehouse and discovered boxes of undelivered merchandise abandoned by the previous owner of the warehouse. As they investigated, the noise along the south side of the building caused it to collapse inward. Wooden crates in accelerated physical form rendered field agent and the two trainees unconscious. The others escaped the warehouse before it collapsed entirely. In the rubble, they found AI-63 at the origin of the attracting and repelling debris. They stood guard around the item until the moon set, at which the point out of the item effect ceased. They returned the item to the bureau without further incident. No fatalities occurred. The collapse of the warehouse was not witnessed by civilians, and thus no informing by communication department was required.
There's something up ahead. Do you see it?
Holiday Memories Tree. Excerpt from Altered Speech AI-14 by Dr. Theodore Ash. The results are incredible, but more so the speed of discovery this allows us. AI-14 copies our speech, but after numerous tests we discovered that certain words are missing from its vocabulary. We began isolating these words, cross-referencing them with extra-target text from the early days of the Bureau. We found that these words, when arranged in particular formations and spoken at varying speeds and cadences, elicited a reaction from altered materials. We tested this specific strain of words, a formula, if you will, on the other altered items keeping an examination hall. Varying physical responses were recorded with each one, with an 82% success rate. We proved that words can tangibly affect these items. Specific application must be explored, possibility for containment or identification purposes. This will drastically change our approach moving forward, and to think there's still more words to be found.
Kestävä ruottalaisen veljekset kunnon löyly. Hey, girl. For a fin. Holidays holy.
Ahti?
Did you miss me? Did you have peace in your song? Yes. No. Bark don't make a wound. You did good. Take my cassette player. You can borrow it. The song is a present from my friends to you. It will get you through the maze so you can do your job.
Did that really just happen? Of course it did. He gave me his cassette player. It'll get me through the maze, huh? The janitor always has the keys.
And that is a good place to stop.